Your LUMIX camera is extremely customizable. There are an absolute ton of buttons on the camera that you can reprogram to do anything you want. Let me show you how. Go into the menu under Gear, Operation, then FN button set. FN button means function button. Select that, and first you'll see that you have separate settings for photo mode, video and SNQ mode, that's slow and quick mode, and even playback mode. Let's go into the video mode. First of all, you'll see that you have 3 pages of function buttons. Tap the next button to cycle through, and you can see that there are a lot of buttons you can reprogram. There are many buttons on your camera that are already assigned to something, but if you don't use that function, then you can often reprogram it. For example, let's say that you never use the over and under exposure button. Well, let's reprogram it. Simply select it, and the default setting you'll notice here in video says same settings as photo mode. Because you can program separate functions depending on the mode, if you have a button that you want to do the same in all modes, instead of having to individually program it each time in each mode, you can simply say same as photo mode and then assign the mode there. But in this case, we're going to separate it. There's a ton of different choices to choose from. Just cycle through and choose what you want. Let's say that I want to assign that to false color. Now that I've reprogrammed that, whenever I push the over or under exposure button, it brings up my false color. And now as I'm changing my exposure, I'll see that in false color. Let's go back into the menu, back into video mode, and go to the next page. Here you'll see that not only do you have physical buttons, but soft buttons as well. This is a row of function buttons that live on the LCD that you can reprogram too. On the next page, you'll find that a bunch of them are grayed out. You'll see the ones around the joystick are not available. That's because the joystick on the back of the camera is currently set to direct focus mode, but I can change that. Let me jump out of this menu and go down to the next page where you'll find the joystick setting. In here, the default again is direct focus, but I can change that to function button. Now that it's set to FN, if I go back into the settings and back to the video mode and go to that page, you'll see that these can all now be reprogrammed. So I've just gained 5 additional custom buttons that I can set on my camera. Now this is just one way to set them. The actual easier and faster way to set them is to simply press and hold the button that you want to change for 2 seconds, and then the custom menu will pop up. Let's say, for example, that if I want to reprogram the command dial so that if I press on the right side of it, it brings up a menu. I can press and hold that for about 2 seconds. The menu pops up, and there it is. Now I can reprogram it to whatever I want. This allows you to truly customize your camera to make it work however you want it to.